unboxing your clay kit or unbagging. You received 2 bags, one like this with supplies and another with a 8-pound piece of clay. So starting with this kit, we're gonna go ahead and open it up, talk about what's inside, and create some tools. So you have a smaller bag here. You have a set of brushes, a ruler, a set of watercolors, and an eraser. So we're going to set the brushes, ruler, watercolors, eraser aside and take a look at what's inside the small bag. So inside the small bag you have what's called a Hydra sponge. So we're going to be using this often. You have a straw. Everyone got a pencil. You put that to the side. Everyone got a stylus. Put that to the side. We have a plastic knife, a plastic fork, and some tongue depressors or popsicle sticks, some candy apple sticks, and paper clips. So what we need to do is we need to create some tools. So we're gonna put some of these to the side and take a look at our popsicle sticks and our paper clips. So what you're going to need is some tape, either masking tape or duct tape, Gorilla Tape, or packing tape. So what we're going to do is create a cutting tool. You can use your knife to cut, or we're going to use a homemade needle tool, and we're going to create some loop tools. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with a loop tool. So I'm going to go ahead and take my large paper clip. It's going to go on this tongue depressor like so, and I'm going to tape it on. So you just want to make sure that it is secure. That's why I suggest a stronger tape like masking tape, packing tape, or even duct tape. You just want to make sure that it's not gonna come off when we're using it. We're going to be dragging this paper clip through the clay to cut into it, to create designs, patterns. So you can kind of test it. It's like a little bit wiggly, so I might add a tiny bit more just to make sure it is really well attached. So there we go, a large loop tool, one tool. You're going to do the same with your paper clip, little one, to create a smaller loop tool. So when you carve into the clay, you're going to get a larger cut versus a smaller cut. So I'm going to go ahead and tape this one as well. Now we have 2 loop tools. Then we're going to take this large paper clip and we're going to bend it open. It might flake a little bit, that's okay. And we are going to attach this like so. So this is going to be a needle tool that we're going to use to cut the clay and make really precise incisements. So I'm going to go ahead and tape this one next. Again, make sure it's really snug. And tight. So those are our homemade tools here. We also are going to make some other tools. So things that you should look for around the house. The first thing is going to be dental floss. If you don't, hopefully you have dental floss, but you can also use fishing line as well. This is going to be used to cut our clay. So a nice piece of either dental floss or fishing line. If you have cord for making bracelets or necklaces, that will work as well. So that you're going to need scissors every now and again for class, so make sure those are handy. Now, rolling pin. You have a couple options. You can either purchase a rolling pin for this class, a really, really inexpensive one, if you are able. If not, there are many substitutions you can use for a rolling pin. Do not take your kitchen rolling pin and use it for this class. We would never want to use something we eat with, food related, with our clay. Not okay. So if you want to purchase an inexpensive rolling pin, you can. If not, there are plenty of things around the house that you can use. You can use something like hairspray bottle, something that's like long, sturdy. Many of us have cans of Lysol. This can work as a rolling pin as well. Okay, now also keep your eyes out for used gift cards. We are going to use these to make a rib tool. So you can either use a used gift card or a yogurt container. You can use plastic from any sort of like takeout container, and what we're going to do is create a rib tool. So I'm just going to cut this plastic, and what we're looking to create is kind of a half moon shape. So semicircle, like so. We're going to use this to smooth out clay. It helps if it's a little bit sturdier. That's why used gift cards make a great option, or like, you know, old school IDs are great also. So you can use this as your rib tool. If I was going to use this gift card, what I would do is just kind of round it out. I want to use as much of it as I can, so I'm going to keep it fairly large and just kind of cut it like that. So this is going to be our homemade rib tool. Later in the class, we will talk about other things that you can find around your house that might be useful in this class as well. One of them being a little spray bottle for water if you have that, or we will need some paper towels to keep projects wet throughout the semester. So here are your tools, and we will go over each one of them as we use them throughout the course.